Hey, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I am putting together a recipe book for the FarmQuest Homestyle Kitchen Challenge blog, where I am a guest this month. If you've never been here before, you'll want to come over to the challenge and check it out. They have anything goes related to farmhouse kitchens, pantries, produce markets. Just think country and food, and you've got it. You'll find the link to that challenge below. All right, so I started out in Cricut Designspace, and I kind of want to go through this with you because the majority of it, the planning, was in here. So this is my front cover, and this is the inside of the front cover that includes a little pocket here for some extra things. And actually what I put in there were the bread dough recipes here, and you'll see those in the flip through, but they just slide right into there. This is the outside of the back cover, and this is the inside of the back cover. You'll note that I folded these a little further in. I had forgotten about my binding system here, so I had to make room for that. And again, you'll see that as I put the book together. These pieces right here are for the actual binding of the book, or the middle part of it. All right, so then we have page 1, front and back, page 2, front and back, page 3, front and back, page 4, front and back, and page 5, front and back. So as I did this, I had to think about, okay, how is this going to work together and fit together? So I will admit the planning stages of it took probably as long as actually putting the book together. And in this video, I'm just going to hit a few highlights because otherwise the video would be extremely long. If you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will clear it up or cover it for you. All right, let's move on. Here we are at the craft table, and here are a bunch of the little die cuts that are cut, and here's my front cover. There's my binding system that I talked about. This is an old book that I took apart, so we're going to have to sand some things down here in a minute. Here are all of the pages that I cut and all the little pieces. Some of the dies, if they were bigger, I just kept them with their pages. The horse was just so little that I wanted to make sure that I kept all those pieces together in an ice cream lid. So I have them all, and now it's time to start figuring out what we're going to do with this. So this is an old book that I had actually used for another project. So I sanded off the paper that I pried off, and now I'm just coming in with some ink, and I'm inking over the edges just to cover up those edges a little bit. Now I'm using a juniper, but you can see that it's turning out very green and not blue-green necessarily. And that's because the craft paper sort of has a yellow tint to it. So as I went in with that juniper, it really gave me green. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with the front cover here. And what I'm going to do is adhere it with some double stick tape. However, I decided that I wanted to come in with some juniper colored cardstock and just go over that, just to give it a little bit of a blue-green behind that black. And it makes the black pop off a little more because the black was blending into that dark green. So I'm going to come in with my double score tape, and then I will go and cover that quite liberally with fabric tack and glue in all the pieces for the front cover. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue the next two pieces together. Again, I'm using score tape and fabric tack, and pretty much all of the pages work in this fashion, and the inside and outside of this book work this way. Now the back, let's talk about that because that's a little special because we've got holes in the back. So what I did is I simply lined it up, and then I just punched with my crocodile, and I said crocodile, And I went ahead then and lined it up, and then I put that in place again with score tape and fabric tack. One thing I will tell you, when you use score tape over ink, sometimes it doesn't want to stick as well. And that's a great reason for using that fabric tack over the score tape. The score tape sort of grabs in spots, and then the fabric tack, as it dries, really holds it in place. So you don't have to worry about those covers going anywhere. So we're lining it up, and now we're going to be able to get the binding system in. All right, now we're going to come in and we're just going to lay these over the spines. And again, it's just going to be some double score tape along with the fabric tack. Even though the Cricut puts my score lines in, I like to put them in again, just to be sure that I can get a really crisp fold. This happens to be the pocket, though, that after I made it and I figured out, this isn't going to work with the binding system I'm using with that 3-ring binder, I went ahead and folded it over some more. And you'll be able to see that later. I added some shimmer tape here. I love shimmer tape. And also some lace from my stash. And you'll notice that I cut it off there so that the little ends could actually fold. But it sort of defeated the purpose because I had to fold over the flowers anyway, since I had to fold it over smaller later on. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some double score tape here, and I'm going to go ahead and tape my pocket into place here. Again, I have to make a few changes later on because I forgot about the 3-ring system here. I'll go ahead and add some fabric tack to this and glue it in. I glued the button on with Gorilla Glue so that it would hold over that tape. All right, here comes my binding system. So you can see that I did not plan well for the little pocket to sit in there. So that binding system is really easy, though. You just push the brads through and it holds it right into place. All right, so now we're just going to do a little decorating here. So I'm going to come in with some close to my heart gems and place those around. You can see that I have adhered the little pocket with the little extras and the snowflake. This is all from DeCossa's Dynamite Doodles, by the way. All of the paper and the paper embellishments. It's all digital embellishments and paper. Adding a little pearl there from Honeybee. It's gold colored. Coming back and looking at a few more little pieces from the Close to My Heart collection there. There's my first page, and there's the second page. I've already done this page. And now we're coming over to the birdseed ornaments page, where I'm going to glue in that tradition and the little bird. Now, the little bird is not from DeCossa's Dynamite Doodle. That is part of the Cricut library. I found that in the Cricut library. Along with the more recipes tag that you saw earlier, that was also from Cricut. But this tradition piece is from DeCossa's Dynamite Doodles. So I'm just adhering a few little gems and embellishments here, and they are self-stick. They have sticky on the back, so I don't have to do any gluing. We'll just push them right on there. All right, here comes that little horse. This little horse is from the Cricut Designspace library also. It's a multi-layer die cut with lots of little itty-bitty pieces that I put together, and I actually used a very precise tip glue for that. It's Barely Arts Precision Glue. I'm going to add a few little Spellbinders Gems here just to brighten up this page. We have a little show horse named Charlie, and he actually does look like that. All right, so here is a flip through of the book. I have my recipes here, and feel free to copy down any of these recipes. The way we cook in our family is we don't do very intense recipes. You kind of get the ingredients and you're kind of expected to know how to put it together. So if you have any questions about the recipes, let me know that too. But feel free to stop the video at any point and write down a recipe if you think you'd like it. All right, moving on to the next page. There's a spot there where I can stick some more recipes in. Now the puppy peanut butter cookies. Hey, if you want more information about that, I'll link that up in the right-hand corner because I have that on another video. I have a pull-out card that has my Grandma Kate's recipe for hot cocoa. And then these are my favorite frosted Christmas cookies. I love these Christmas cookies. Here's reindeer chow. And my husband loves that. Here's some pictures of the kids. A tradition in our family is that I made their outfits for Christmas, so I included a couple of pictures, and I'll find more pictures and add them later. I'll also put dates and such in. I just don't put personal information in. There was the birdseed ornament page before this, and now Charlie's pumpkin treats. And there's another video about that I will link in the box below. And then our Christmas Eve in the barn tradition. There's that pocket that I made smaller and put on the inside of the back cover. All right, that pretty much concludes this book. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below because I know I skipped a lot in this video because it was going to be so long. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. Come join us at the FarmQuest Homestyle Kitchen Challenge and share your project there. Have a great week and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.